right here, going to make the liver rescue smoothie, and that's what it does. It rescues the liver. Medical medium tools do rescue the liver because that's a big part of why everybody's sick. If you got gout, that's the liver. Eczema, psoriasis, the liver. Any skin condition, the liver. Vitiligo, the liver. And it just goes on and on and on. I mean, there's so many different conditions. Heart palpitations, the liver. I mean, you just go on and on and on and on. Liver, liver, liver. And that's a big part of why everybody's sick. We walk around. We don't know about it. We don't understand. Our liver needs a routine. And it has a routine, but we break its routine, and then we break its routine, and then we break its routine. And that's what we do. And that's what happens to our liver is we break its routine all the time. And then we also do a lot of stuff to our liver that we don't know about. We're eating those hot dogs, we're eating those cheeseburgers, we're eating the bacon, you know, and even if we're eating too many nut butters, if you're eating too many nut butters, if you're eating all that coconut oil, if you're doing like 2 tablespoons of coconut oil because somebody told you it was a good idea, and then what happens is that you're doing all that coconut oil, and then boom, your liver's paying the price for it. Nobody realizes it, even though coconut oil is seemingly healthy, right? But we end up really burdening our liver more and more, even though it's already burdened. It's already under pressure. It's already stagnant. It's already sluggish. And the Medical Medium Morning Cleanse is to save. It's really to help save our liver at the same time. But who cares about the liver? Who cares? I mean, really, you don't see it. We don't feel it. No one cares about it. So why should we really care about our liver? Well, the weight gain happens. That's the liver right there. And the minute the weight gain starts happening, you start putting on unwanted pounds. You know, you start putting on those unwanted ounces, and they add up, and they add up, and they add up. And then, you know, we get in trouble where all of a sudden we got an issue there. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm going to make lemon water. Then I'm going to make celery juice. Then I'm going to make the liver rescue smoothie. I'm going to make that. And then I might make some oatmeal too. So I might make some oatmeal as well. So yeah. So we're on day 2, the Medical Medium morning Cleanse Challenge. It's day 2, so that's where we're at. Lunel says Liver Rescue book is incredible. It really changed everything for me. It's an incredible book. I have it behind me somewhere right here. And that's the Liver Rescue book that Lunel's talking about. It's an incredible book. It's a medical textbook. It's actually covers so many different conditions. So that's a book right there. But we're in Cleanse to Heal Morning Challenges. That's what we're in right now. So this is also another incredible book that's saving lives out there all around the world. It's really exciting what it's doing. And the morning cleanse is in this book, of course, and some recipes too. So I got the liver rescue smoothie right there, if you guys can see that. So there's 75 recipes in this book, Cleanse to Heal. It's on sale at Amazon right now, 51% off. And there's even like a coupon you can get. So you can get this book for like $14 on Amazon right now. It's unbelievable, really. And you can go into your local bookstore. And I'm sure there's also great bookstores that have it all around the world, and wherever you guys are, go into your local bookstore. You can get Medical Medium Cleanse to Heal. And but anyway, we're doing the Medical Medium morning cleanse. I'm going to start out with some lemon water right here, talk about that. So yeah, got some water right here. And I'm going to cut, look, you know what, you guys, I got limes right here. So check this out. I got limes. So you can do lime water. You can do lemon water. You can do one or the other. I switch it off myself personally. You know, I'll do lime, then I'll do lemon, then I'll do lime, then I'll do lemon. So I'm going to do lime today, though. Hopefully there's juice in this lime. Sometimes limes aren't juicy at all, and there's no juice in them. So I'm going to squeeze. And sometimes they're really juicy. This is a really juicy one, so I'm really lucky. I'm going to read comments, too, if I can. So the liver rescue smoothie is going to be coming up. I'm going to try to make some oatmeal too if I have some time. It's a recipe and cleanse to heal. So I'm squeezing some lime in the water right here. Upon waking, you want 16 to 32 ounces of lemon or lime water, okay? That's a half a lime right there. I'm going to put a little bit more. So it's great you guys are coming on here. Incredible. Lime juice this morning. That's what you had, Megan? Great. Michelle? Lorraine's here. A lot of people are here. You guys are, it's incredible. Lorraine says she's not keen on the taste of lime. Understandable. Sometimes it's good in guacamole though, right? It's good in guacamole. So I just made the lime water right here. You can do lemon if you want to, of course, but I like to switch it off like I was saying before. 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water in the morning when you wake up, because your liver has this routine and we break that liver's routine. I'll talk about how. So that's the water right here. So what happens is that our liver has to work all night long to keep our blood clean. So we walk around with dirty blood all the time. And I talk about that in the past. And you know what happens is when we walk around with dirty blood, we end up getting dehydrated. The toxins build up in our system. They go back into our liver. They get sucked back into our liver over and over again. And our liver has this routine throughout the night, which is really early morning, where it likes to package up all those toxins, the petrochemicals, the plastics, colognes, perfumes that we might breathe in. They get trapped in the liver. Air fresheners, scented candles, they get trapped in the liver. All that gets in there, and our liver wants to get it out. And then gasoline at the pump, at the gas station, we're breathing in the fumes that goes inside our liver. Antibiotics we might have taken years ago, maybe even recently, go inside our liver. Antidepressants, anti-inflammatories, cold medicines all go inside our liver. Thyroid medications all inside our liver. And you know, so what happens is it all adds up, and it adds up. And then the toxic heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, rodenticides, and insecticides, all of it add up, and they're built, and they all store up inside the liver. The liver has this routine of wanting to get rid of this stuff. If you hear somebody say, you don't need to cleanse, you don't need to worry about any cleansing, there's no reason to cleanse, your body does it naturally, just eat good, just eat a balanced diet, just eat healthy enough, just do that and your body will cleanse fine. Just so you know, you're getting taken down the wrong road. That information is really just, it's not going to help anyone, really. It's going to set people back, if anything. Our bodies do need to cleanse because we're up against so much. And then we're up against all the high-fat diets. So a lot of people eat a lot of chicken, they eat a lot of beef, they eat a lot of bacon, they eat a lot of eggs, cheese, milk, butter, nut butters, even avocado. People, I got a friend who eats like 10 avocados a day, and it's just basically like eating sticks of butter every day, right? And okay, sure, avocados are a healthier fat, but the liver still needs to cleanse. And when we fill our bloodstream up with fat all the time, our liver can't cleanse. So the goal is to actually give it a break, like allow it to do its routine and not break that routine. So when early morning comes, your liver's getting ready to pack up all those poisons and toxins and get them out. So you do 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water to flush that out, help it flush it out of the bloodstream, help it flush it out, push it out of the liver and get it out of the body. And that's what you want to do in the morning. That's the goal. That's the key. You're assisting your liver to actually cleanse and detox. And that's what you're doing. So with that said, we usually break that by we end up eating some butter. We end up eating some nut butters in the morning. We put peanut butter in our smoothies. We put coconut oil in our smoothies. And hey, maybe we just do eggs in the morning. Maybe we do bacon in the morning. Whatever it is before noon, when you have those fats before noon, those radical fats I call them, when you have those radical fats before noon, your liver shuts down. Boom. It just shuts down. And it can't do what it's got to do. That's it, meaning it can't get the stuff out. And then the toxins float around in your bloodstream, and float around in your bloodstream. And as they float around in your bloodstream, they actually get caught up and they get stagnant in there, and they end up back into the liver is what they end up back in. And then we get in trouble. So the point is we want to make sure the lemon water is there for you first thing in the morning. So that's the first thing. We're going to make some celery juice. That's the next part. You got to wait 15 to 30 minutes, minimum 15 minutes to 30 minutes before you have your celery juice. We're going into that right now. I'm going to juice that. Try to set up here. This is the next part of the morning cleanse. Remember, we're on day 2 of the Medical Meeting Morning Cleanse Challenge. If you guys don't have Cleanse to Heal, you might want to get a copy of Cleanse to Heal. It's a medical textbook, over 200 symptoms and conditions. Supplements and dosages are inside this book about all the different symptoms and conditions and what supplements, what dosages to take to help heal. There's cleanses in here. It's a powerful book right there. And it's ridiculously low priced on Amazon US. Try to get bookstores if you can too, but that's when we're talking about that. We're going to be doing the liver rescue smoothie right now, just some celery juice. That's the liver rescue smoothie. We might make something else out of there today too, so I'm excited. So I'm going to do a little celery juicing. So how are you guys? The sound is gone? Okay. Let me know if it comes back. Sound is gone, huh? You only hear the juicer? How do you hear me now? You guys hear me all right now? Better? Better? Okay, so maybe the juicer is just right up against the mic, and I think that's what's happening. Still vibrating, though? Sound problem still? So maybe the juicer was... Okay, so it's better. Okay, great. So the juicer was covering the sound. Had the mic up against the juicer. So I'm making some celery juice, you guys. It's good now? Okay, good now. All right. Everybody's happy. So are you guys doing the medical meeting morning cleanse? It's a great way to really protect yourself during the holiday. A lot of people have strokes, heart attacks during the holiday. And I was talking to a doctor, and he said if only people were doing the medical meeting morning cleanse during the holidays, it would have prevented a lot of heart attacks. A lot of people are on lots of salt and fat in their diet. Their blood gets really thick. They get dehydrated during the holiday. They're under stress and pressure, right? And then it's just that perfect time for, boom, a heart attack. And the hospitals, talking to an emergency room doctor friend of mine, and he said right now a lot of people are coming in with fake heart attacks. They're coming in with real heart attacks. They're coming in with anxiety attacks, panic attacks into the emergency room. Some are real heart attacks. Some are just basically big old panic attacks, which they call fake heart attacks. And it happens at this time of year. And I like to think about this as being a preventative for a lot of people, because when you're doing your celery juice, 16 to 32 ounces of celery juice, and you're doing that, and you're doing your 16 to 32 ounces of lemon water, and you're doing the liver rescue smoothie or the medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie, right? You're preventing all kinds of calamity, adversity, and all kinds of problems. So it's really a helpful situation. So right now I'm juicing. Always know that with this juicer, you're always going to use less celery. All celery changes as far as how much juice. I'm using 2 kinds of celery right now from 2 different batches. A couple of sticks are juicier. Some sticks have no juice in them. And it's not about how many sticks you put in the machine. It's about how dry the pulp comes out. If that pulp comes out bone dry, like in this machine here, then guess what? You get all the juice. And that's the key right there. That's the key. And that means out of any other juicer, this juicer will actually cut your celery costs in half because you're getting every drop out. I think you guys know the model. I've talked about it so many times. But I know that might not matter. So Michelle Crane's asking, how much celery are you using to get how much juice? I mean, some bunches of celery are very juicy. So with this machine, you'll only need like 5 or 6 sticks, 7 sticks. Some are really not juicy. This is not a juicy batch. This is a really skinny celery stick. So I'm using about, for these 32 ounces of juice, I'm using 1 bunch of celery. Actually, probably a little less, maybe a little less. But so celery juice it's like a little miracle is what it is. It's changing people's lives. I love it in the medical meeting morning cleanse. What it does is just extraordinary. So I just used some celery right here, and what you'll see is this pulp is bone dry. It's just a little piece of pulp right here. That is, I've used so many juicers. This is just incredible, by the way. For all this juice, it's really incredible. Gonna pour the celery juice down. There we go. And there's still more in the container. So I got the 16 to 32 ounces. Well, this is 32 ounces roughly of the celery juice. That's the second part of the second step in the medical meeting morning cleanse. Really important to do. If you don't have celery, you can't do celery. Look, do aloe water. Do the medical medium aloe water. Do the medical medium ginger water if you want. These are different options right there that you can do. So, but right here, I'm about to do the next step. And we're going into the liver rescue smoothie is where we're heading into now, you guys. So I'm excited. So like I said, 16 to 32 ounces of lime water I got today. You could do lemon water, which is great. 16 to 32 ounces of celery juice I have right there too. Remember, 15 to 30 minutes is what you want to wait before you do your celery juice after your lemon water. And then you want to wait a little while after your celery juice too. So that's what we want to do. So I'm going to move things around. I'm going to move the juicer out of the way. So that's where I'm going next, okay? Bear with me, you guys. Just going to get this out of the way here. So I got the blender in front of me. I'm going to make the liver rescue smoothie is what I'm doing next. You know, I love preventative, but real preventative stuff, not stuff like, not stupid talk preventative, like where someone says, this supplement's scientifically, there's a scientific study that vitamin A could help prevent an eye problem or something like that. Great. That's really not real preventative to begin with. That's not like real, serious, move the needle preventative, like preventing disease, preventing heart attacks, preventing chronic fatigue syndrome, like really understanding what causes illness and really preventing, because that's what medical medium information is about. When you're doing medical medium information, like in Cleanse to Heal, what you're really doing is you're really protecting yourself and from problems you don't even know could even have been coming, and it happens to people all the time. They live their life, then now they have thyroid disease, then they live their life, and now they have something else. And when you're doing some of these things, you're preventing that for the future. And if you have problems, you're reversing that. And that's the key. So I'm in Medical Medium Cleanse to Heal. So I got the blender right here. I got the book in front of me. You'll see the recipe right there, okay? And so just so you guys know what's in the recipe, it's pretty simple. You can do Meridol papaya, or you can switch off and do bananas. I'm going to show you. There's the blender. It's right in front of me. So I got some pitaya right here. Half a cup of pitaya is what I have. So that's what that is, dragon fruit. It's frozen, so you can get dragon fruit frozen, okay, pitaya, all right? And you can even do 2 tablespoons of pitaya powder, if you don't have the frozen dragon fruit. I don't want it to spill, so I'm kind of showing you guys just enough right there. There you go. So I'm going to put it in here. That's the dragon fruit. I don't know if you guys, some people love dragon fruit. Some people don't know about it yet, and they haven't learned about it. But that's the dragon fruit right there, which is amazing too. So, and then you can do 2 cups of frozen wild blueberries. You could do 2 cups. So I got this right here. So that's a big part of it too. So the liver rescue smoothie, you got the frozen wild blueberries. So you guys, I don't know if you've had these before. Many of you have. They're really incredible. So I'm going to put the 2 cups of frozen wild blueberries in here. You can put the powder in too. You can put 2 tablespoons of the powder. But what I like to do is I like to do the powder and the wild blueberries. Just so you know, that's what I like to do. I like to do them both because the powder, not any powder, but the Vimergy wild blueberry powder is so incredible. It's like, well, if I can get more of those phytochemical compounds, more of those antiviral compounds, more of those antioxidants, if I could get more of that, then that's what I want. I want as much as I possibly can. And this is really concentrated. It's an incredible product. So I don't know if you guys know Vimergy, but that's what this is. V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, ERGY. It's the wild blueberry powder. So I'm going to put some of that in there too. If you don't have the wild blueberry, if you don't have the frozen wild blueberries, you can go with this powder. I mean, I've done it. A lot of times I don't have the wild blueberries, and I go with the powder, and it's fine. That's what I'll do. So there's that right there. I got that in there. So right now I'm going to do the bananas because I have these awesome bananas on hand right here. So I'm going to do bananas in my liver rescue smoothie. You can do Meridol papaya. That's an option right there. I got bananas. So what page am I on? I'm on page 298 of Liver Rescue. I'm on page 298. It's the Liver Rescue Smoothie right there. This isn't Liver Rescue. It's Cleanse the Heal. It's a Liver Rescue Smoothie right there. So, and you guys, the book's not only on sale on Amazon, but it even has the coupon on there that I saw. You can literally get the book for like $14 Amazon US. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to put 2 bananas in here, which I'm doing now. It's unbelievable when people make fun of bananas sometimes in natural health. They'll be like, oh, bananas, whatever, it's sugar, when they don't even know what causes illness. It's incredible that everybody can be such an expert when they don't know why anybody's sick. Isn't that amazing? Medical medium information changed the rules in chronic illness because we got answers for the first time in history about why people are sick with chronic illness. Isn't that unbelievable how it works? And it had to come from above. It's like science and research for some reason just can't find out why anybody's sick, and everybody's rolling around sick out there. So I had to get the answers from above. Since I was a child, I put it in the books, and people's lives are being saved. And I love when people out there, they'll rip apart a banana or they'll rip apart something, and they don't even know why everybody has lupus. They don't know why people have multiple sclerosis. They don't know why anybody has eczema. And if they do spout out something, it comes from medical medium published information. They'll say, oh, it's the liver now about eczema. That's funny because the only place that ever came from was medical medium published information. So it's, that will happen out there because all millions of books got out there in the world. But when nobody knows why anybody got sick or gets sick and they're suffering and struggling, it's funny how they could be experts and maybe tear down a banana or rip apart something else. It's really kind of, if you really think about it, it's just, yeah, you're right, Michelle. They'll just say it's genetic. That's not an answer. Oh, so our genes all went bad in the last 20 years? Chronic illness is literally exploding, and our genes seem to all go bad in the last 20 years after thousands of years. It just all went bad. Interesting, right? So, yeah. So anyway, I just put the bananas in here. So I got that. You can add some water into this. It's optional in your liver rescue smoothie. Got a half cup of water. I put a half cup of water in there. That's fine right there. So that is it right there. Here it is. I'm going to blend it up. That's the liver rescue smoothie. Let's get this going. I love this smoothie. Just made the liver rescue smoothie right there. Awesome. I'm really psyched. So, you see that color in there, right? See all the antioxidants, anthocyanins, all that color in there? There's undiscovered antioxidants in wild blueberries, undiscovered antioxidants in potato. They haven't even scratched the surface. Food science knows nothing about foods yet. And what's in here, just as the decades roll by, and if someone does do a study and they really look into these foods, they'll find little miracles in them. And it's really incredible. So that is the liver rescue smoothie, okay? Another option, if you don't do the liver rescue smoothie, you can do fresh fruit. You can have bananas, you can have berries, you can do a whole melon if you want. You can do some papaya, you can chop up some mango and do some mango. So you got all these different options. So you guys, if you just came on here, I'm in Cleanse to Heal. We're talking about the medical medium morning cleanse. That's it right there. And right now I'm doing the liver rescue smoothie, which is an incredible healing tool. Medical medium tools are vast. It's not just celery juice. There's so many different tools. There's the spinach soup, which is a lifesaver. There's the mono eating cleanses. There's all these different tools. The liver rescue smoothie, heavy metal detox smoothie, all the different supplementations and dosages. But there's so many different protocols that you can make work for you. So it's not like, hey, I tried medical medium, it didn't work. Well, actually, you didn't try medical medium. You tried maybe one thing, or maybe not even that, and then you said you tried it. So, but really trying it means you really, it's comprehensive, and you go into it, and you can find your way and see the other side and get better. And that's what MM Info does. Really incredible. So that's the liver rescue smoothie, you guys. All right, and you can do, look, you can, if you want something denser, something more meatier, something that's more packed, something that feels more satiated. Say you're somebody that's used to eggs and bacon in the morning, right? Even though it's good stuff, the good bacon, people say, or with no nitrates, or whatever it is that you're into, right? Even if you're into something like that, and now you're like, well, how am I going to get by with a smoothie in the morning? Well, then we can go with something a little denser. Steamed potatoes, steamed sweet potatoes, we can do that. You can do some oatmeal, some millet, some yams, some winter squash. But what you want to do is you want to keep out the radical fats. You want to keep out the oils. You want to keep out the nut butters and nuts. No peanut butter, no almond butter. You want to keep out the chicken, the meat, the eggs, the milk, cheese, butter in the morning until at least noon. At least noon. I'd go a little further is what I would do. Be right there. Just moving stuff over. So I'm glad you guys, so here we are. So I was thinking about making a little oatmeal, so I'm going to do that now with you guys. So I got this little burner right here. It's easy to use. Okay, I'm going to move, well, I'm going to hold these over here instead. So if you just got on here, there's the lemon water, there's the celery juice, the liver rescue smoothie. I'll give you a recap on that in a little while. So I got the pot on right here, okay? And so I'm going to start out with the oats. Look, you got a couple of options depending on how many people you're feeding. If it's just for yourself, if you're feeding your family, you could always double the recipe, triple the recipe. You can go that. I'm going to do a cup of oats. So here's a bowl of oats right here. I don't know if you can see it with the lighting or how it works there, but there's a bowl of oats right there. And So you put a cup of oats in here, okay? It's about a cup, a little bit more than a cup that time. I'm going to put 2 cups of water in here. And I got the burner on. So there you go. I got the pot, cup of oats, 2 cups of water. So, and then I'm going to add cinnamon right here. So depending on how much cinnamon you like, some people don't like a lot of it. Some people like a little bit of it. You know, I mean, half a teaspoon is what I do. Usually, you know, I've measured it a lot. So half teaspoon is just about 4 taps for me. So I just put the cinnamon in there. I don't know if you can see that without it. There you go. See the cinnamon on top? Right? So I put the cinnamon in there. Gotta mix it up. Got a little wooden utensil. I don't like using metal utensils if you're going to do any cooking, because your metal utensil is just going to scratch. I'm mixing it up, and then I'm going to cover it and get it to a simmer. Get it nice and hot. These are rolled oats. They're gluten-free oats. I know you guys want the gluten-free oats, right? Now, you can add the maple syrup. You could add the honey to taste. Think about that. That's the option there, honey or maple syrup. So I'm going to make sure I have mine on hand. So you guys, I got these cooking right now. So I got the heat on them. So I don't know if you could see it. I'm going to move it into try to get it into the frame. So this is a recipe that's in Cleanse to Heal. I'm going to show you what the recipe is. This is the wild blueberry porridge is what this is. So I don't know if you guys can see that. This is in Cleanse to Heal. If you guys don't have a book, I mean, now's the time to do it. If you're going to jump into it, because Cleanse to Heal is beyond dirt cheap on Amazon.com US right now. It's actually ridiculous. It was $16.99, and then there's a coupon from what I saw when I looked at it on there this morning. I was like, whoa. So this is the wild blueberry porridge. Already this is cooking up. Hopefully you guys can see over there. I'm going to stir it a little bit. What you do with the medical medium morning cleanse is you bring in 16 ounces of coconut water sometime in the morning, a little later. 16 ounces of water is an option. You can bring in a little bit later. So you can do that too. I'm just stirring because it's what you do. It's coming out so nice right now. I love the smell of cinnamon. I don't know about you guys, but I really love it. And cooking that up. So let's do a recap why the oats are cooking, why the wild blueberry porridge is cooking. So I'm making that, the wild blueberry porridge, if you just got on here. All right. This is Cleanse to Heal. You guys, and this isn't just a recipe book. There's 75 recipes in here. Yeah, but there's cleanses in here. There's so many medical medium tools. If this book is studied and used properly, anyone can get to the finish line with their conditions. The opportunity is here. People are doing it around the world. The book's designed like that. It's designed to get someone to the finish line. You know, thyroid problems, eczema, psoriasis, the list goes on. I mean, it's designed to get people to the finish line. That's how it's done. Spirit of Compassion writes the books. I'm the messenger. I put the words to the paper, but these books are just incredible. And this one right here is a whole nother level. So I'm going to lower the heat. This is done. Depending on your consistency that you like with your oatmeal, okay? I don't like it creamy, watery. I like it thick. I don't know about you guys. So I got a bowl right here. I'm going to scoop it out. Now, you can do a couple things. What I do is I put it in my bowl, then I put wild blueberries on top. You can mix it in right in here too, so you can do that. I'll do, maybe on IG I'll do a different option. But you can add them in the oatmeal right here. So I got some frozen wild blueberries, and I'm putting them in. Right here. And you could mix it in here a little bit, like that. Sometimes I like just also putting them right on top, so I'll do either or. But this is just looking so good. This is the wild blueberry oatmeal right here, the porridge. So they're mixed in there. Moving this over. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually put a few more wild blueberries right on top is what I'm gonna do. So there it is. There's the oatmeal. Then of course I have the maple syrup right here. Now I'm gonna put a little maple syrup on top. Now you can do it to taste. So I'm putting a little bit on there. Maybe I'm putting a little bit more. Can't help it. So that's the wild blueberry porridge, and it's steaming hot, the oatmeal. Trisha Marie says it's beautiful. Yay, amazing. But it's really incredible. I mean, honestly, it's just incredible. You got a little bit of the cinnamon in there. You got the frozen wild blueberries that were mixed in there. And then you got some wild blueberries put on top. That's how I like to do it, right? And then you put a little maple syrup on top. You can do this with millet too. That's the other option. You don't have to use oatmeal. But for the most healing in the medical medium morning cleanse, try to even just do fruit up until noon. You do the lemon water right here, 16 to 32 ounces. First thing in the morning upon waking, flush that liver is what you want to do, okay? And then 15 to 30 minutes later, you do the celery juice. Right after that, okay? 15 to 30 minutes later, minimum, you do the celery juice. 16 to 32 ounces of celery juice. Can you imagine how much healing is already happening inside your body with that alone? 15 to 30 minutes later, you got the liver rescue smoothie. I just showed you in the book. If you just got on here, then you get the liver rescue smoothie that's in Cleanse to Heal. And that has the pitaya, that has the wild blueberries. You could watch this again too. The video saved, okay? And then, you do some fruit. That's the most powerful way of doing it. You could do a fruit bowl. You can chop up some bananas and mangoes together. You can do frozen mangoes. But you can also do, yes, the oatmeal for sure. This is the oatmeal. This is the wild blueberry porridge. A little maple syrup in there and cinnamon. So you guys, I'm heading over to IG. That's where I'm going next. I love you guys. We're in the day 2 of the Medical Medium Morning Challenge. After IG, I'm going to TikTok, letting you guys know. I hope you come with me all for the ride. 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern, I'll be on TikTok. I'm heading over to the IG now, so I'm heading over there soon. I'll see you then. Love you guys, and keep up all the good work.